Welcome to this channel. My name is Carrie. I am a product-based and subscription box business coach, consultant, and strategist. Today we're going to be walking through the 15 steps to create and launch your dream subscription box business from scratch. So these are literally the exact 15 steps I took to create and launch my subscription box business, the Dapper Dog Box, back in 2016. I did this from start to launch in 4 months. So you can literally follow this exact framework and steps to launch your dream business. So let's jump in. Step one, the first thing that you want to do is narrow down your box idea and your niche. So you're probably in the stage where you're thinking of an idea. You might have a couple ideas that you are thinking of, so you want to sort of niche down. So again, say you're thinking a snack subscription box. Well, how can we break that down further? We can say snack subscription box, or we could say a keto subscription box, or a vegan subscription box. See how we're really narrowing down on who we're trying to target? This is going to really contribute to the growth and success of your business, but you have to really niche down your idea. We want to target one person, not a blanket group of people. So that's very, very important. And that's why this is step one, because it's actually the most important step. Literally grab a bunch of sticky notes, start mapping stuff out on paper, but brain dump your ideas. So if you have an idea for a snack subscription box, literally take sticky notes, grab a pen, map it out on a wall. Write down any idea that you have, think of an ideal customer, and then map it out and see what kind of sticks for you. But you want to really niche down your idea so you're focusing on one type of person. And that really leads into step two, determine your ideal customer. And sometimes step one and step two are kind of done at the same time. You always want to have in mind who is my ideal customer and who is going to buy my product. So be very clear here, drill down. You want to take an onion and peel back the layers and get to that inner core of a one person. So again, if you're doing a snack subscription box, who is your customer? Is your customer someone in their 20s from Iowa who likes a specific type of food? Or is your snack box going to be targeting someone from the West Coast who is into gluten-free, grain-free, carb-free, etc. So you want to really understand who you're trying to target and who your ideal customer is. And you want to be very specific. You want to understand things like age, demographic, what are their pain points? How can you target that person? That's going to be very important in step two. Number three, pricing. So when you're thinking about the box and you're starting to think about who is my ideal customer, what pain points am I helping, who is my box going to help solve a problem for that person, you want to kind of think of the price point. And the number one mistake that I see new subscription box owners making is they price too low. So you want to be able to make a profit here. So don't race to the bottom and price lower than everyone else. So you might do some competitive analysis, competitive research, and figure out who your competitors and what they're charging. I want you to really be clear on pricing and charge more than them. You can always have a higher end product and charge more money. There's always going to be a market for a high end product, so don't forget that. And two, Cratejoy has a really great pricing calculator. You can go to cratejoy.com. I will add the link in the show notes below, but you can go to their calculator. You can plug in, the items in the box, the price. You might have to guesstimate at this point. I remember when I was in my pre-launch phase, when I was just coming up with my idea, I had to kind of guess what some of those costs were. And my initial box price was $39.99. So again, you might have a different customer with a different product. So don't always go by what other people are charging, because that doesn't always mean it's the right price. And that's something that a lot of people I see make a mistake on. You want to make sure you're charging enough money, you're making enough profit. So go to the Cratejoy pricing calculator. It'll give you some ideas on where to get started. 4, choosing your subscription box platform. So this is kind of a hard one. So I'm always going to tell you, if you're starting off, this is your first product business, if you really have no idea what you're doing, you can do two things. One, Cratejoy. Cratejoy is a subscription box platform. So they literally have an entire platform made and created and geared towards people who want to launch a subscription box in an easy way. And so if you kind of have no idea what you're doing, which is where I was when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. And so I wanted something that was easy to get me started. I didn't want to spend, 6 months working with a developer and figuring out what platform to use. I wanted to get started on day 2, right? I came up with my idea. And then the next week, I was already researching subscription box platforms and where to get started. So that's what I want for you. I don't want you to waste time on that kind of stuff. So you have two options. One, Cratejoy. If you want a no fuss, easy way to get started, Cratejoy is fantastic. That's what I use for the Dapper Dog box. They have everything built in. So you have your analytics built in one, you have your payment processor. Everything you need is right there. They also have an e-commerce shop. So if you want to resell items from the box, you can use the Cratejoy platform for that. So honestly, they make it really easy. So if you're kind of like, I don't know what to do, I don't know anything about e-commerce, Cratejoy is a great place. Option number two is Shopify. So Shopify is my favorite e-commerce platform. Anyone who is launching an e-commerce business, I will push you to Shopify and I will not push you to other places. Yes, there are other platforms that you can have an e-commerce shop on. I love Shopify. I think it's the easiest. It's easy to build websites. They have everything you need. They have all the apps you can download. And if you want to go with Shopify, you can download a subscription app. So there's apps like Bold, Recurly, I'll list a couple others below. Basically, you can still have a subscription box app for your e-commerce business. So either way, I think I would only recommend to you Cratejoy or Shopify. And then in terms of if you go with Cratejoy or Shopify, honestly, either platform have different pros and cons. The pros for Cratejoy is that you can get started literally like next week. You can open up the platform, you can choose your business idea, put in some photos, put in a description, and you can literally start selling a subscription box tomorrow. That's how easy it is. The cons with Cratejoy are that you're limited to their platform and they don't have a lot of other integrations. So where Shopify, you can integrate with a lot of different platforms, email marketing, influencer programs, upsell options. There's so many things you can do with Shopify. With Cratejoy, you're limited to a lot of their own integrations. So keep that in mind. And then the pros for Shopify are opportunity. Opportunity is important. They have all the apps you can ever download. You can easily change to a better website. Power. Shopify is a e-commerce platform, so you have all the powerful things that you can do with that. So like I said, like upsell options and really just so much stuff. So I feel like if you have a little bit more tech savviness in you and you want to build on the e-commerce side of things, then Shopify is what I would go with. And then number 5, knowing and understanding shipping and how that will affect your entire business. Oh my God. Shipping is such an important thing. Shipping costs are something that you might not even be aware of today, but they will massively affect your margins, your profits, everything. So here's my best advice. Understand shipping will affect your price, how much you charge, and how much you spend. So shipping costs are very expensive. So just to give you an example, my subscription box was, I want to say it was around 14 by 10 by 4, something around that line. Each box weighed 1.5 pounds. This was a couple years ago, mind you, and shipping pricing, USPS shipping increases every single year. It's terrible. My box cost average $8 to ship out in the US. So $8 for approximately a 14 by 10 by 4 size box that weighed 1.5 pounds. So here's the best advice I can give you. Understand that when you're coming up with your idea, if you can come up with something that is in a smaller package, that's lighter, that weighs less, go for that option. Don't go for the product that is super heavy, that has to be shipped in a massive box, because you will spend an astronomically large amount of money on shipping. And here's the thing, customers don't care about ship. Like, they don't care how much it costs you to ship. They expect free shipping, thanks to Amazon. When you're thinking of your idea, understand shipping plays a massive role here. And if you can keep your packaging small, light, you're gonna pay less money in shipping. Again, for Dapper Dog Box, when I shipped e-commerce items, so if I resold toys, treats, etc. for my customers, and I shipped in a small package that weighed 14 ounces, it would cost me between $3 to $4. That same item, if I put into a heavier box and that product weighed over 1 pound, it shoots up to $8. So you can see here that the weight of the package makes a big difference. So please, when you're in your conceptualization stage, understand if you can have a smaller package that weighs under a pound, go for that. You will make more money because you're saving money on shipping. And like I said, customers don't value the cost of shipping. It's almost like they expect it to be free, but it's not free for you. So I need you to really understand that. And then step number 6 is when you want to create your branding. So branding is very important when you are having a product business. Someone that orders a product online can't physically touch your product. They can't smell it. They can't look at it. They can't like take the product and examine it. So your branding is something that's gonna come through on screen. So the colors, the fonts, the personality, everything that you're creating for a brand comes through. And so you want to make sure that the branding appeals and attracts your ideal customer. One mistake that I see people making is that they think branding is just a logo, and it's not. Branding is everything. It's the personality. It's how a customer feels when they land on your website. How do they feel when they look at the colors, the images, the personality, the brand tone, the story. Branding is everything, and it's a very important part of a business. And so when you're thinking of the branding part, you know, too many people focus on logo. Logos are great, but logos are not what you should be creating first. The first step is creating what's your product vision? How is it going to make someone feel? What's the transformation, right? What's your brand personality? Are you mission-based? Are you really fun? Are you energetic? Are you serious? Do you have to be trustworthy? Like, are you eco-friendly? You want to really think of the impact that your business is making on a customer and how that plays into a story. So when you're thinking of branding, understand, yes, logos are important, but I would not waste a lot of money there. Don't overestimate logos here. I'd tell you to invest more money on other things. What I want you to focus here on branding is, what do you want someone to feel when they land on your website? What are the colors? What are the fonts? Literally just go to Pinterest and Google color psychology and look at different brand colors, and you'll find the different colors and what they associate. Blue. Blue is a color that evokes trust. And so you'll see a lot of banks that have blue brands and Facebook. Orange is a color of hyperness and energy. Start to think about what you want someone to feel when they land on your site, and you want to think of the importance of colors. So yes, branding is more than colors and all that, but start with colors, your fonts. Literally, Pinterest will be your best friend when coming up with this stuff. So you want to create a mood board, go to Pinterest, look up like brand websites, example color palettes, font examples, and start to do some research there and figure out a font and color combination that you feel aligns with your branding. But first, before you do that, you have to understand, what is your brand? Like, what do you want it to mean to people? And then you can start the other stuff. I always say, do the logo last. Understand the branding step first. So the brand tone, the personality, how do you want people to feel when they see your brand or interact with your brand? Step number 7, and one of my most favorite steps, is designing and creating your box. My favorite. People get very tripped up on, which option do I do? Do I do a white box with a sticker? Do I do a printed box? I want to show you a few different examples of boxes. So right here, this is the old Dapper Dog box, okay? So keep in mind, this is 3 years old and it's very faded. So it looks very blue, but in fact, it was like a beautiful lavender color. So this would be one box option. This is from a box manufacturing company. And so every part of this box was designed and printed at a manufacturing company. So I had to invest a big chunk of money to make these boxes happen. And so if you're a new business, I don't expect you to go this route, okay? This is for when you have, you know, you're sending out hundreds of boxes per month. Then you can look at a box manufacturing company and come up with an amazing design. So this is what you want to end up with. So this is the design I created for my business, and I'm so proud of it. I love this box so much. Another option would be something like this. So again, I don't actually know where this box was printed. This is the CEO box, an amazing subscription box. I don't actually know where this was printed. This is probably just from like a Pack Lane or like a company like that, where you can get small quantities of boxes. So the packaging is going to be more basic. So it's cute, you know, like I love the outside, it's beautiful, but it's very simple, right? We have a white inside box. So when you're first getting started, you're looking for small quantities, right? So you don't want to invest in like 2,000 boxes. You maybe want to get like 200 or 500. People like a Pack Lane, Box Up, those are great options for you because you don't have to invest a lot of money. Start small, start with the easy printed companies. Just be wary. You know, there's a lot of options out there for boxes, and a lot of them are way too expensive. But if you have a high-end product and you want a really amazing, customer experience, you might have to go with one of the printed boxes. And the last option that I will talk about is really the most simple, and that is a box with a sticker. And if you're someone where you're just starting, you're bootstrapping, you're scrappy, start with a box with a sticker. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. I went with a printed box when I first launched because I was a high-end product. If you're a high-end product, you have to go with a printed box. I mean, you don't have to, but I would highly recommend it. But if you're starting off and you want to keep costs low and you want to be flexible, a box with a sticker is fine. You can get stickers made at stickermule.com. You can get white boxes from Amazon, from Uline. Start simple, guys. You can always level up and do more later as you grow. So step number 8, create your prototype box with products inside. So this is where your product is really coming to life and you're getting ready. You're in more of your pre-launch stage. So you have your product idea, you've started ordering samples potentially or this is a stage where you start ordering samples. The easiest thing you can do if you're like, I don't know where to order samples, start reaching out to vendors that you think you want to work with and ask if they could send you a sample of something that could be in one of your boxes. So this is not where you have to actually order stuff that you're going to be putting in the boxes. This is where you want to get a couple samples so you can put together a prototype box or a sample box. It does not have to mean you're actually shipping any of those products to people. It's to give your customers or your audience an idea of what you're actually going to be selling in the future. So find vendors, get one sample product. If worse comes to worse, find products that you think you'd be using and order them from like an Amazon or a Target just to get something put to life. And then when you get your sample boxes, if you're going to be using a box company, you can order small quantities of boxes from like Pack Lane, Boxable. Even if you order like 20 boxes, do that. Then you get your sample box, you can get sample products, and now your product has actually come to life. I want you to start thinking of your product vision and ordering samples from companies that you think you'd want to be working with. Step 9. You can start step 9 earlier if you want to, but you want to start your social channels. So once you actually have a proper product in play, you actually have something that you can start showcasing on your Facebook page, your Instagram, Pinterest. The best advice I can tell you is start early. You want to start your social channels early, not when you're about to launch, but before you launch, like way before you launch. So if you come up with your idea in March, I would want you to have your social channels started by like April. You want to start early because you want to start building up an audience and letting them know that you have a product that they can buy from you. So that would be my best advice, is start early and just start slowly, because it's going to take time to build an Instagram audience. It's going to take time to get Facebook followers. So do your best, but start early. And when I say social channels, the easiest ones to start with are Instagram, Facebook, and then third, I would start Pinterest. But in the end, you have to know who your audience is and where those people hang out. So if your audience hangs out on TikTok or Clubhouse or LinkedIn, then you want to start there. So know where your audience hangs out and start there. Step number 10, start growing your email list. Your email list is something that's going to be very valuable to your business as you're growing and as you're marketing. So before you launch your product, you want to have an email list with people that are aware of what you're selling and getting them excited. So the best thing I can do is, again, if you start with Shopify, just go with a simple email marketing platform. Do something like MailChimp. MailChimp's super easy. It integrates with Shopify, it integrates with Cratejoy. It's easy. So find something that's easy for you and get started and start growing your email list. So you want to have a landing page that people can opt into before you launch. And so an easy thing is to do a landing page either from your email marketing platform or from Shopify or Cratejoy. They both have a pre-launch template that you can use that gets people excited for your product. So something like an image of the product sample. We're launching soon. Opt in below to take $10 off your first purchase when we launch. So something that's gonna get people excited to buy from you. And then as you're growing, when you're doing your social media and all that, you wanna be driving people to your landing page to sign up for that list. But you have to be driving people, you have to be talking about your offer all the time. Getting people to join the email list So have an offer that gets them excited. So don't put 10% off, that's really boring. Put like 20% off their first order of their subscription box, or like $10 off their first box. So make it interesting for people. Step number 11 is getting started with your pre-launch strategy. So you want to have a time frame of when you're going to launch the actual box. So let's say you're going to launch your box in July and now it is May. You're in your pre-launch phase right now. So you have 2 months to build up excitement, momentum, generate buzz. So start your pre-launch activities. So driving people to your landing page to sign up for your email list, promoting sneak peeks on social media. So the best thing you can do is create buzz. So the easiest things are posting stuff on social media. So creating sneak peeks, doing countdowns of when you're going to be launching, talking about the box, the mission, your story, why you're creating this product. So all these types of things are part of your pre-launch strategy. But when I say pre-launch strategy, that just means building up enough buzz to get people excited. So when you actually open the cart, you have people that are ready to buy from you. And so whatever you can do to get that happen, do it. The easiest things are literally posting on social media, doing video. Like video is so important. Show your face, talk about your story, showcase products, talk about your why, like why your product is important and how it's going to help people. Step number 12 is you want to start getting, number 1, images of your product, and 2, you want to start working with influencers so they can also generate buzz for you. I find that the easiest way to get initial photos for your business are to work with influencers. So basically find some people that kind of align with your ideal customer, send them a sample box, and have them take pictures for you, and then give them a discount code they can promote on their social channels in exchange for, you're giving them product. When I had Dapper Dog Box, I probably sent stuff to like 10 to 15 people. And I did that so I can get images, so I could use for my website, social media, my email campaigns. And then also I sent boxes to people that fit in with my ideal customer. So I was targeting dogs and dog moms. And so I sent a box to, I want to say 10 to 15 different types of dogs so I can get in front of a bunch of different audiences. So try to think creatively, how can I get in front of different audiences that all factor in to my ideal customer? And so that enabled me to launch with a lot of buzz already, and it allowed me to launch with a lot of really cool photos. So that was something that really helped my business in terms of launching. Number 13, again, some of these are not in the, you can switch around the order here depending on how you're doing things, but you have to create your website. So that's a huge step in this process. So again, step number 13 might take you like 2 months. So you might want to move that forward. It just depends on how much help and support you need, but you have to create your website. So when you're creating your website, again, I have a specific framework for creating a subscription box website. So I'm going to add my past video below, but you want to follow that framework. So if you have a subscription box website, you want to have a hero image at the top that shows, the product, and then like your tagline, what you sell, who it's for. Then you want to have a section of how it works or what's inside. So how it works, like step 1, step 2, step 3. They order the box. Do you have free shipping? Is it personalized? What comes inside, etc. You want to make it clear how your subscription works. Just because it's a subscription box doesn't mean that yours is the same as everyone else, because it's not. Some boxes are quarterly, some are monthly, some are personalized, some ship only at certain months. So be clear on those types of things because people do care. The next part is a what's inside. So you want to include what is inside the box and be super specific here. I cannot stress this enough. Picture of the box, items inside, what type of items are they? Like, be clear. If you're a subscription box for dogs, inside each box you will find dog treats, dog toys, dog accessories, dog chews. Done. I'm not just saying, oh, you'll find dog products. Be super clear. People care about what is inside the box. If you're not clear, they're not going to buy from you. Other things you want to see on your subscription website are testimonials. So even if it's one testimonial, send a box to an influencer, send to a friend, get one quote. Try to speak on customer objections. Like, a lot of people that I was targeting, they would complain from other boxes that, the treats were too crunchy or the treats were too big for their dogs. Or they would say that, the box wasn't personalized. Or from other subscription boxes within my niche, they would complain about the toys were too big for their small dog. So I would take those objections that they complained about from other boxes, and I would talk about those in my testimonials. So on my old website, I had testimonials that talked about, 1, customer service was amazing. Carrie took care of us. Testimonial number 2, the box is super personalized for my dog, and I got everything inside was great for my dog. Testimonial number 3, this box is perfect for small dog. My dog is an extra small size Yorkie, and all the treats and toys were perfect for my dog. Testimonial number 4, each month we receive grain-free treats because I care about grain-free. So again, I really focus on things that my customers might object from buying from me, and I would put those in the testimonials right in front because those are things that they cared about, and other subscription boxes for dogs, they were not providing those things. And then just some general facts here, make it easy for people to buy from you. If it's not necessary information, remove it. If it's not a necessary step in the checkout process, remove it. Only make it easy for them to buy from you. There's like a rule with e-commerce that someone should be able to go to your website within 3 clicks, buy from you. So if you're trying to ask them like 200 questions before they check out, don't. Your conversion rate will be terrible. So if it's not necessary, remove it. And then have clear call to actions. Your call to action button should be very clear and pop out from other colors. So if your website colors are like green, maybe green, like a light green, a light peach, and like a light pink, your call to action button should be something bright, like a bright orange or like a red tone, something that fits in with your colors, but make it bright and stand out. There's another fact, I don't know the statistic here, but red and orange and pink call to action buttons convert higher than anything else. So keep that in mind. And then step number 14 is when you're kind of getting ready to launch your business, like make sure your website has products, your product descriptions are great. If there's anything on your website you need to test before you launch, get all that stuff tested, make sure everything works. But honestly, like here's the thing, keep it simple. If you're stressed about like launching and you feel like my email list is too small or my social media is too small, I would still encourage you to launch anyway. Like get the product out there and start small. Understand why your customers are buying from you and make improvements to marketing. And then you can keep growing your business because you understand why your customers buy from you and what you need to do. So when you're launching your business, again, it's all about buzz and it's all about an open cart that is attractive to them. So if you're gonna be launching your box business, let's say on July 1st, the last 2 weeks of June perhaps are when you wanna have like that open cart promotion. So maybe the first week is you offer them some kind of a really awesome promotion to get them to buy and subscribe from you. So you wanna offer some kind of like an initial like founding members deal. So for me, I offered anyone that signed up during that first 2 weeks, 10% off for life. So they literally got a 10% discount code added to their account that was recurring. So every single month they had a 10% discount right off their box. So that got me a lot of subscribers initially, but do what feels good for you and your profit and also what your customers will find interesting. Maybe they would like a free gift with purchase. Maybe they would like a bigger discount. Like you want to think of your customers here and what's going to get them to buy from you. And just keep it simple. Create buzz, create your pre-launch, get people excited, send stuff to influencers. So on your launch week, you have influencers that you've been working with that will promote your product and have them really push for you. If that means you give them free product, extra product, do it, it's worth it. And the last tip I can say is pivot and know your numbers. So you're gonna launch your product, guess what? That doesn't mean that that's gonna be the same product you have forever. I guarantee you your product will change dramatically over time. The price might change, what you include might change, everything is gonna change. So that's why I tell people, I'd rather you launch and then make changes. Understand why your customers buy from you and keep going that way. So the best thing I can tell you is keep understanding why people buy from you and update your business accordingly. So you want to have a business that gets customers to keep buying and buying from you. So you'll figure out different things that they like, different things they don't like, and keep making your product better. Keep the customer experience top notch. It's the most important thing. Get reviews. Get people to post reviews for you. Keep loving on your customers. They will be the bread and butter, the backbone. Without your customers, you have no business. And I want you to always remember that because the more you love on your customers, they will buy from you forever. All right, guys, I hope you like this video. If you love this video, please leave me a review below and subscribe to my channel. I'm coming up with a new video every week, and I love my subscription box entrepreneurs. Also, follow me on Instagram. I want you to send me a DM, carrie.a.fitzgerald, and tell me about the box idea that you have, and tell me about your launch strategy. I want to know. All right, thanks, guys. I'll see you next week.